Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone live. Yes, we've got the caves of Androzani. Watch along. Now, listen, I'm not going to waffle on too much this week. We're just going to, do what we have to do. But let's introduce the panel tonight. You know them all. We've got Rabbi from another planet. I still don't know what the planet is. Maybe when me and Rabbi are alone, maybe when he lets his guard down, I might find.
I don't know. Is it in those dark night?
You'll have to tell us. That's cruel. Also,
Okay.
We've got Retro Doc with us, the man full of stats and information. Welcome. And he's just paused.
That be you, Gary. There you go.
Come on, Gary, say hello.
And both track, of course.
Why is it, Gary, every time before we start the streams, everything's perfect? As soon as we start the stream, Gary starts going all fucking slow motion. Look at him. Say hello. Right.
Really?
Are you frozen or are you pretending to be frozen?
Gary is frozen. Gary has frozen. So we'll get back to Gary when he thaws out. I'd like to introduce our next guest. Of course, she's all known, good friend of ours on this channel. It's Bolstrek. How are you, pal?
Who am I? How am I here? What day is it?
It's a Saturday, pal. It
is? Oh, yeah. Crap. It's Saturday.
It is. By the way, did you see that your leader took a knee yesterday?
Oh, did he? Really?
He did. He went out to a big protest after telling all the Canadians to stay at home. He was wearing a face mask, though. But, he was out doing his thing. And we've lost Gary.
I have no words, I guess. Well, it was. I guess he supports anarchy now, so that's not surprising. Yeah, just remove all the police departments; it'll be fine, and people will police themselves, and we have nothing to worry about. Everything. God damn this! I've said this before, Noel. I think we said this last week. Maybe you know how every science fiction episode has that. Or every science fiction series has that parallel universe episode.
Yeah.
Somehow we found ourselves living in that universe.
Yeah, I think so, because
and it's not a good universe. It's not a good universe.
I even said it to someone. It's like as if it's, I don't know if people watch Rick and Morty, but there's an episode where aliens basically control the Earth. Earth has become, the whole planet is basically a reality TV show. That's what this all feels like to me.
Oh yeah, show us what you got.
Yeah,
oh, it's hit Canada, man. I was an hour late for work one day this week because of protests in the middle of the day in my little Canadian city of 200,000 people. So that was awesome.
All these protests. I remember very clearly, for the last 15 years or so, being told after 9/11. Because one person did something, we can't blame a whole group of people, right? We weren't allowed to blame all Muslims, which is really normal and fair. Like, you shouldn't blame all Muslims because of 9/11, which sentiments I can get behind. So now we've got to blame all. I don't believe every person in the police is evil. I think they're mostly decent people.
I have 3 family members that are police officers in Canada, so. I could tell you for a fact that there are some bad apples, no question. But I know many cops. They are all good people. They are all honorable people. This is what they do. What happened to George Floyd 2 weeks ago, or a little over a week ago, was disgusting, reprehensible. One of the most disgusting videos I have ever seen online. So he's a murderer. and I like I said last week, it should be first-degree murder. The three that stood by and did nothing, well, one of them actually kind of smirked at onlookers. They are responsible for this as well. And every police department is going to have bad apples. And a lot of white people, if you look at statistics, are also killed by police officers. But to say that all cops are bad, to remove cops from schools, to defund police departments, what the hell do you think you're going to accomplish? Look at what we've seen the past 2 weeks.
Pure insanity. It's okay for Natalie Portman or Brie Larson who can afford private security details, but like normal people.
No, it's like none of us can afford private security.
I don't. Brie Larson and that fucking other plank, right? So, why are people even listening to those two? Right? I mean, they're so wooden as actresses. They can't even act. It's unbelievable. Just shut up. Nobody wants to listen to your virtual signaling and crap, right? Without law enforcement, we're going to have anarchy, right? So listen, the whole world's gone to shit. I don't want to get into a big mad thing about it because we came here to do what we do, to get to for those few hours just to forget about all the crap that's going on. But all I'll just say is, right, listen up politicians and listen up everybody out there, right? It's time to shut the fuck up, right? Sit down and fucking hash it all out once and for all. We're in 2020. There shouldn't be any form of racism in 2020, right? It should be equal all across the board for everybody once it's earned. Yes, you don't get handouts, you have to earn it, right? That's life, right? So instead of fucking going around, and I'm not saying giving out to people who are going around looting and smashing the place up. I don't give a shit. Just fucking sit down and sort out the fucking issues that need to be sorted out. Because if not, we're going to lose fucking control of it. And I've already seen fucking things that I don't want to get into, but I've seen things that really made me sick. Parents making their child put up signs saying white privilege.
Oh, that was terrible.
And all of this crap, right? Everybody's losing the run of themselves. There's an issue with racism, so fucking sort it out. Lock the fucking cops up, right? And sit fucking down and stop fucking doing what all yous are doing, right? Different hashtags and all that. I don't care what hashtag you support. Right now, there's a problem with fucking racism. Right? It needs to be sorted. So fucking sit down and sort it out. I'm sick of all this crap. You can't even go onto Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, right? And you've got some little twat giving their opinion on it. Shut the fuck up and let the people that need to sort it out. There's too many fucking, what did they say? Too many fingers in a bowl or whatever the saying is. Or too many fucking pieces of pie. Just let the fucking people sort it out that need to fucking sort it out. I'm sick of this shit. Sick of it. I won't even comment on most of the shit because friends that I talk to, I won't mention it because I don't want to fall out with them because they have different opinions to what I do. So I don't bring it up. But all I just say is a simple message: sort the shit out now. It's 2020.
And here's an important point, Noel. That there are many points that will dismantle their entire argument. But you talk about white privilege. My mostly white, well, maybe 50-50 working class neighborhood. I don't see a lot of white privilege. What you are talking about is 1% privilege. And the 1% are not exclusively white. In fact, in Canada, it's about 50-50. Only 50% of our 1% is actually white. So we don't all have privilege. You want to go after people, you go after the 1%. You go after the people that are taking advantage of everyone else. You don't go after the 99%. People that have stores that they've worked their entire lives to build. You don't torch that. You go after the 1%. The far left and the 1% are equally destructive to society. But I will say this is my final point to all the idiots that are burning down the U.S. You have handed Donald Trump the election.
Yeah.
Again. Again.
Yeah. But we won't listen. I don't want to get into it because you know what will happen. Someone in the chat will disagree with one of us, and then we'll take offense to it because right now everybody's heightened, and I don't want anybody falling out over what's happening.
Yeah, so all opinions are welcome, everyone.
In America does affect the rest of the world. So I'd say to Americans as well, stop being arrogant as well, right? Because you don't realize what's happening in your country is now starting to happen in other countries. So sort your shit out. Sort your house out, right? It's about fucking time anyway, right? I thought you were supposed to sort this out in the 50s and 60s when the Civil Rights Act was passed, or whatever it was that was passed. Do you know what you did? You swept all the issues under the fucking carpet. It's festered for fucking years, and now this is where we are. This is where we are, and you only have yourselves to blame. So sort your shit out.
You know, Joe, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I'm going to disagree a bit. I think a lot of this is. I don't think America is a racist country. I don't think America is a country overrun by racism.
It was, but it isn't now.
That's being propagated completely disingenuously to for political ends. You know why I don't think that? Because I lived in America for many, many years, and I know many Americans. I just haven't met somebody who goes, "Oh, that guy's got a different skin color." No, I don't like, and I know they exist.
No, America isn't. The people as racist.
I lived in America. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, but the American people, I'm saying, are not racist, but it's the systems that they have in place.
Again, the only guy I've really agreed with so far is John Boyega. John Boyega, because he went to the real beating heart of the problem, which is the absentee fatherhoods. In that is what's generating in that community. That is what's generating the criminality, which is what's generating the abundance of policing, which is what's generating people being hurt and killed. Yeah. That's the entire cycle that they're caught in, and for organizations like Black Lives Matter to really convince anyone they believe Black Lives Matter nobody should be a member of it if they're an absentee father. If Black Lives Matter, let that black life of that black kid who's your kid matter to you enough that you've got to stay around and raise him and sacrifice that and then teach him how to be a decent human being. That make lives matter. Make Black Lives Matter. The only people who don't think Black Lives Matter is Black Lives Matter because they want to absolve themselves of accountability and responsibility. No, and 100%, everything's got to change, but everything includes everyone. The only way that to really get rid of racism against the black community in America is for there not to be a spike in criminality in that. And I do not think for 1 second having melatonin in the skin makes you more susceptible. It makes you more likely to be an absentee father, or make you more likely to be a criminal. That's nonsense. I think it's deliberate policies designed to keep that group of people disenfranchised and poor, so they will vote a particular way. And that's really what I think it comes down to. I think that John Boyega really said it best. He had an incredible speech. He said, "We've got, we are a community. We need to be a nation is made of families. They need to have family, and that's not the norm. And then that's really where they need to go. I think anyway.
Right.
If you agree, please don't be mad at Noel.
Right, listen, before everybody gets our DVDs ready, I'm ready to go, but I'm going to give a few shout outs here in the chat while the rest of you are getting ready, and let me know.
And Derek Father Ted rules. I love that show. You should love it, Noel.
Right.
Well, Father Ted. I love Father Ted. Of course I do. I'm Irish. If I didn't love Father Ted, there'd be something wrong with me.
That's right up your alley, man.
Listen, I'd probably be run out of my own country if I didn't like Father fucking Ted.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. So we got Jules Sherwood, Sadako 24, Charlotte is here. We've got Michael Richardson. Please both do me a favor. I know we went a bit political at the start, but I don't want any politics in the live chat because someone will get offended. Because right now, people, this subject has fractured everybody. Everybody has different opinions on it, and not everybody has the same opinion. So I don't want anybody to start in the chat. because someone will say something.
Yeah, so political rant over.
Yeah, so we stop your rant now.
Let's talk about the stuff we love.
R2 Lee 2 is here as well. That's a great name. Joe K is here. World of Trev. Oh, welcome, World of Trev. He does be on Twitter a lot, comments on air posts. Gary as well. By the way, the stream that we did, Rabbi, the Timeless Children, over 4,500 people have watched it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, Bad Wolf Andrew. See, they'd rather watch us than watch the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that more people that watch the show in the end?
Problem Being is here as well. Welcome. Problem Being is on with us tomorrow with Daniel, Rabbi.
Excellent. Fantastic. I can't wait for that episode. When I was looking at putting the trailer together, I just liked how much I loved it. I loved that episode.
Colin's here. Stuart is here. I think we're nearly finished. Blitz, that's who I am. Wow, that's a good name too. Last night I might have been a bit drunk on my stream, guys. So I apologize if I said that, and I don't think I did, but I think I was slurring a few words last night. Charlotte is here as well. Yeah, I had some Jack Daniels honey with white lemonade.
I'm offended, Noel. I have to leave now.
French. Don't leave. It was 6%, 5% or something. So it was actually quite strong. Derek McManus is here. And I think that's everybody. Joe K. If there's anybody I missed, I do apologize. Daniel's here as well. And that's Peter D as well. Well done. Right. I'm ready to go. So hold on. I just want to make sure that I actually have it on 0, 0, 0.
Guy on 0, 0, 0.
Yeah. Right.
24 minutes, 36 seconds. Do we all have the same cut?
Right. I have to. Now I'm watching it on my DVD. I know you sent me the.
It's from the DVD. It's the same as the DVD.
I actually have the DVD itself, so I'm watching it on my DVD. This
I don't believe there are any alternate cuts. There are 2 DVD releases of this one. The original early one released in Region 1 in 2002, and the much better special edition released in 2012. Right. So the special edition looks better, but they're the same cut.
Right.
Do they both have the wobble of the desert foreground fix? I know one does, because when it was really transmitted, the foreground of the desert, I think when the Tardis landed, was kind of like wobbling. The special effect was wrong. They fixed that in one of the releases.
I think that's in the first. I haven't watched the first release since this one came out like 8 years ago, but I think the fix is in the original release as well.
All right, great, awesome.
I see a few people are using the hashtag I stand with Starry. It's actually we stand with Starry. It's not I stand with Starry. That's not the hashtag.
Dare I ask, has there been any more movement in anything to do with that?
Starry actually sent me Starry left a message on my stream. If you all want to know, she left a message. She thanked myself and others. She said she was moved by the stream, and she just wants to let everybody know how much she values our friendship and stuff like that. So
that was a freaking great.
So I'm being honest, you know. Look, I'm delighted.
If I remember correctly, I think also.
Go ahead, Gary. We keep losing, Gary. Poor Gary. This happens every week. Why does it only happen on my stream?
Because the internet hates you, Noel.
Now, there's Ian. We've got our other guest with us. Hey, Ian.
Oh, Ian. Hello, my friend. It's been a while. How are you doing?
How are you?
Roy, show us. Come on, while we're waiting on Gary to come back, show us a few of your
can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah, but there's awful feedback.
Just a second, is it? I've got a pair of earphones I found. Let me go and grab them. Might work.
Right, no problem, Ian. And if you have any Caves merch you want to show us while we're watching the episode.
Yeah. I got some here.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. You know, you
Here we
could
go.
show that as well.
Sharon
And Gary,
Stack over here.
yeah, the Gary will give us
Sharon
a
with
bit of factual
head.
stuff. Oh, look at that. You could change his head.
Right. And it also comes with a detached Android head. Cut the old solenoids, and there you go. And of course, what K's action set would be complete without Perry?
I love you. Sorry, I had to say that.
I threw up a photograph just now, actually, on my Twitter of her, and one of Billy Piper last night. If you've seen, I have to say the women of Doctor Who, not only have they been nice looking, most of them, they've also been badass. Even Rose, you know, even Series 4, you know, she picked up a gun and.
Well, no, Rose was set up as a badass in the first episode because she is actually the one that saves the day with her gymnastics.
True.
So
True.
they set that up right off the bat.
Yeah. So I mean, strong companions. But no, I was looking at all photographs of some of the old classic companions, you know, and you know, you look at them and you do get a bit sad because obviously, especially Liz not being here anymore. But just looking at the photographs and seeing how they interacted with each other, you know, the photographs that you see of the cast and all together, they just seemed like they loved every single moment they were in Doctor Who. It might have been probably one of the worst jobs they were probably in because of the locations and all that they had to go to. But it does look like cast and crew. It doesn't matter who the Doctor was or the companions where they always had. Oh, why am I echoing?
We lost you there for a second, but you're back.
Okay. Well, that's probably me trying to tell me to shut up, so I'll just shut up.
Yep, but I must say they almost all of them are still doing it on Big Finish, and you don't make a lot of money on Big Finish, so they're all doing it for love of the show.
Yeah.
But most of the surviving Doctors, most of the surviving companions, most of the surviving guest stars are still doing it.
Yeah. I actually tagged Nicola in this. Ask her to share it first, but yeah.
That's nice TARDIS. Which TARDIS is that on the end?
No, we can't hear you. Ian, your earphones are not working, pal.
There we go.
That's better.
Yeah. Just leave the earphones off. There just seems to be a bit of feedback off someone's stream. It could be Gary's though, because Gary seems to be having problems.
This is the fire. This one is from Stone Caves of Androzani.
Yeah,
Came out last year. That came out.
That is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
If you open it, what console's inside?
Oh, it's not. It's just empty. I put my own picture in it.
It's not okay. Why they leave that empty? They should have put the console in.
Yeah, but then you
They don't open
the doors. How would you open the doors?
Exactly.
They don't open. They don't turn. All the plastic ones.
If you have the console in the middle, as soon as you try to open those doors.
No. I made a picture.
Oh, all right. No, yeah.
That is my favorite TARDIS.
Yeah.
And then we have the Doctor.
Oh, that's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be wearing sports caps nowadays. Is this a new thing during lockdown? Everybody wearing their
It's
sports
because of my hair. My hair is such a mess.
Dude, I wear a sports cap everywhere now. My hat literally says Canadian A.
I love it.
Change my idea. Look.
Oh, he's got to. Oh, yeah.
That is so cool. See, I want to start buying action figures now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got this one, but it's a custom that I did myself.
Mine is a custom.
You did that yourself?
What?
This one came out.
You did that yourself?
We keep losing, Gary.
Yeah, basically, I just put Colin Baker's head on a jumper on a Peter Davison body.
Oh, okay.
Back it a bit.
But he looks well in that costume, I have to say. I don't know if you've seen the photograph that I threw up on Twitter, though, but there's another costume that Colin Baker was in.
seen
You
that
can
from.
see it with the celery. It has the celery. Peter Davison's celery was brought over from color. It's a great little costume.
Right. Yeah, look at this. Compare. This is the official Caves of Androzani figure from last year, which came with that Tardis, and that is my custom on this one. Which is
I think your
better?
custom's better, actually. Your custom's better.
The custom does look better. Looks like there's more color or something to it.
Well, there is more blood on his jumper because I said to character options, I said on the actual one, look at the stain on his jumper. It looks like he just spilled a cup of coffee on him.
Right.
It's all muddied and dirtied. See, all I did was years ago stick Peter Davison's head on a Colin Baker's body.
By the way, Daniel has said in the live chat that he's going to rob your gaff.
Oh, right, that's good.
Yeah. He says, go ahead, Daniel. He says, no problem, mate. He says he'll even let you in. He'll have a cup of tea waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as you're going out the door, then you'll be surrounded by a bunch of bloody cops. Oh, no, there'll be no more cops left because they'll be all cancelled. Sorry. You'll get away with it. You'll be fine.
What was I saying to you? Any of you guys going to get the new B&M sets that are coming out in July now?
Well, I'm hoping, because I've been hinting to the wife. It's my birthday this month, so it's a couple of weeks away. So I have been hinting that that's what I want. But when I get it now, it's a different story. But yeah, I definitely want to get the Patrick Troughton and the Tardis. I told that in when that was released.
It's a lovely set, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Brilliant. So I definitely want to get that. And Ballstrek, you're right, man. We should start collecting the figures because Ian actually explained it to me. You know, supporting companies like them is a good thing because, you know, if we don't, they'll end up dying. We know Doctor Who merch, but they actually put a lot of thought and effort into it. Ian says he knows people, so yeah.
Because if it wasn't for B&M character options, there would be no classic figures. I mean, you think? Let me count how many Odie era figures there has been. So there's been. I've got one that has never been released, but I'll count the ones I've got. Not the big action figures, small ones. I've got 3. They never got released because of the pandemic. It's been delayed, so I don't think it's going to come out. One of her in a blue jumper. There's 3 figures of her. The Dalek, there's Graham. There will be the 2 companions. Those 2. That's 7. The Jadoon captain, the Jadoon with the helmet on.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's 10. That's 10 action figures. 10 action figures of her era. She's been the Doctor for how long now? I can't remember.
3 years.
Yeah, and look at the classic ones we've had in the last few years. I mean, last year we had John Tyrant, we had Harry Sullivan, we've had the 5th Doctor Tardis, we had another 4th Doctor Tardis, a brand new one. We've had so many classics. For every Woody Whittaker one figure, there's at least 10 classic figures, and that tells you everything.
And also from her figures, they're like what I think 4 sculpts maximum they've done. They've done Graham, the Dalek, her, and who else?
9, I think, altogether, including the Jadoon. And the Tardis as well.
That's not a new sculpt.
Looks well. The Jadoon look great.
Tardis. There's also the I've got. I'll show it to you. Where is it? I got one sent to me, but it hasn't been released yet. And I know a lot of the Jodie fans love to get their hands on this. But
when he grabs hold of this, do the countdown and we'll start a while.
Yeah, okay.
This one has never been released. I got this as a Christmas present with her Tardis.
What was it, type or something?
And so it was to come out, but when the pandemic hit China, it's put back. So I don't know if it's ever going to come out now. This particular one with the jumper on.
Does anybody want it?
Yeah, I think they make too many ready.
People that buy the figures do normally tend to buy the Jodie Whittaker wants to finish their collection. But
I got that out.
Is anybody here bar Ian? Because Ian got it as a gift. Would anybody go out of their way to finish their collection? Would you buy that?
Absolutely.
Here's the fact, guys. I want to get, you said, to finish my collection, like Graham's. I don't mind Graham, and I want Dalek. I haven't bought it because I keep putting it off. And I've been promised I would, my friend would send it to me from Character Options, but he said to me he'll have to check because they were all boxed up or something. But I'm just reluctant to spend, what is it, £26 on two figures from her era. I just can't bring myself to do it.
Don't blame you.
Yep.
They should pay you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm checked out of it. I'm not going to watch the next one. I'm not going to get into her, but I won't watch the next one. I've had enough.
Yeah,
My
I
own sanity.
I think she's got another 6 or 7 episodes done. I'll be surprised if it's that many, actually.
Well, if you were listening to Matrix Lord last night, he reckons that not only is she going to stay around for Series 13, he reckons she's going to be around even for Series 14, and he reckons Chris Chibnall's not leaving either. He reckons his logic is that Doctor Who was paid for until 2023, so why should they leave?
Well, it doesn't matter. It might be paid for, but no one's watching it. Well, then they could either say,
That's what I said.
Don't bother with it, or get rid of them and invest in it because no one's going to be paying for rubbish.
Honestly, I respectfully disagree. I think the whole Time Lord Victorious thing, which was started before the pandemic, was started like about August, September last year, is just an admission that the sales data is the sales data. This era can't sell merchandise. They need to sell merchandise to be able to make the show. And so I think that mixed with the absolute cratering ratings. They weren't just bad ratings. These were they increased their rate of decline by the end of for the last episode. Absolute disasters. I think they want to get it off screen as quickly as humanly possible, but they don't want to admit failure. So I think 6 episodes is a sweet spot. 6 episodes over 2 years is enough to say we won. We got it. And she's off screen and she's not damaging the brand, which they all know she do. Also, other good news, possibly, there's a new Director General coming in at the BBC.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
The inclusion and diversity policy.
I've seen him. I know he's worked on. He's had dealings with Doctor Who when Doctor Who was off air. I think he had something to do with the magazine or something like that. So it could be good news.
What's his name?
I'm looking at it now. Tim Davies.
If I know his name, I might know him.
Tim Davies.
Right, here, let's start this watch along anyway.
Okay, I'm all ready to go.
I'll be back in a second. I've just got to nip out for a second. Won't be a minute. Carry on. Back in a moment.
Yeah, 1 second.
Because we're 32 minutes in.
Maybe around. You're right. Okay.
So we should be starting on time.
Okay, I hang my head in shame. Okay, are we ready? Everybody get your copies ready?
No, wait, because Ian's not ready now. We have to wait on Ian.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's just hope whatever he's watching it on, we can't hear the sound, because if we hear the sound, that's it. It defeats the purpose. Right,
if we hear the sound, Noel gets shut down.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I've actually got a headphone this week, so there's no possibility.
While we're waiting, Colin P. Smith, Lexi is actually doing much better.
Good to hear it.
It's her insulin has been increased, but she's back to herself. She's
excellent.
Her sassiness has returned. So she's we got the medication mix right finally. So she is doing awesome, and she's healthier than ever.
That's brilliant. I'm glad to hear that, because I know she's your baby, and it's fucking horrible. But I'm delighted she's doing well.
Yeah, she says hi to everyone.
Hello.
While we're waiting for Ian, I was just reading about the new Director General. That's his name, Tim Davies. I'm not sure this is good or bad. He says our mission has was it? Looking forward, we need to accelerate change so that we serve all our audiences in this fast-moving world. So you could take them both ways, I guess.
But these days that
that's only gone one way. Oh well, R.I.P. Doctor Who. See you later. Forget about it. Forget about it. And by the way, it got me thinking, with all that's going on in the world, don't want to get into a big debate about it, but all I'll just say is do not be surprised if the next Doctor is Joe Martin.
I wouldn't be
I'm
surprised at
past
all.
the point of caring.
Yeah, me too.
It's the 90s all over again. Doctor Who has been canceled.
Okay,
Yeah.
so listen, I'm just reading his bullet points. He's got a few things working against each other. One thing he says is he needs to do a reevaluation of the commercial model of the BBC so it can compete in inflationary modern media landscape. Basically saying stuff needs to make money. That's good news.
Stop making
I
shit.
agree with you there, but the thing about it is, though, he'll go in with all these grandiose ideas, and someone will say to him, even though he is in charge, someone will say to him, listen, mate, you're probably going a little bit too far there. Slow down, mate. Slow down.
I think we just start some kind of hashtag campaign to talk to this guy and say, cancel the diversity inclusion policy. It's racist.
Just make a story. Doctor Who lands with his companions, fight monsters, and goes off to save another day.
Yeah.
There you go. Or it could be a story like this where Doctor Who just like everything goes wrong. This is like this is the Doctor's work.
Do the countdown. Come on, we talk.
Okay, are we ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. You.
Best version of the TARDIS, best version of the theme.
Oh, I like McGann's TARDIS. That's my favorite console.
My favorite one is, because I was getting into Doctor Who then, is Tom Baker's last one, the whole interior.
Yeah.
All right. It's pretty similar to this one. Oh no, he's got a new console by now.
Yeah,
This
they
is the Five Doctors console, but you only see it at the end in this one. Spoilers.
Oh right, yeah.
What something major happens at the end of this while I'm on the edge of my seat.
I love the bloke in it.
Hold on. Someone has their sound on. You have to knock the sound down, because I swear to God, if we get shut down and I get another copyright strike, the channel's done.
My fault, sorry. I have to work it.
I do like this location footage. The way they put the smoke over it.
Yeah.
And intercut it with the stock
with
footage.
The fake background.
Oh,
yeah,
my first 6-year-old Bulls Trek crush just came out of the TARDIS.
Oh yes.
I love you.
She was my 13-year-old.
So
crush.
she was your crush, was she?
Oh yeah.
God, yeah.
She even now she still looks good.
Oh, she is.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't have a crush. I had more of a I never had a crush on anyone in Doctor Who, except I didn't mind Doctor. I mean, I was only 81. How old was I? About 12, 13. It was more in the last story, or Turlo was nice for me.
Well, actually, well, Planet of Fire has a little something for both, because you get revealing images of Perry and Turlo. So
yeah. But I'm just looking at it on my Xbox. My goodness me! I hope when they put this on Blu-ray, they improve the picture. My goodness me, it's so grainy.
Well, no, I think it's the smoke they put over it to make it some atmosphere.
Yeah,
it's grainy. You can see in the picture quality, it's not that crisp image.
No, he's right. It is grainy. I could see it on this watch.
It's because these. I think this was film, and then post-production effects.
Yeah.
So I think they'd have to redo the effects, but this is 84, so the film still exists.
My only thought about the effects is, well, there's on the DVD. I don't know if they've done that. There's a 2-disc version, so I think. Let me just check. There's a 2-disc version here. So what is it?
Yeah, I'm watching the 2-disc version.
Yeah, me too.
Behind the scenes, extended scenes featuring comic. I thought they'd done
with you guys as a companion.
Say what?
Where does she rank for you guys as a companion?
Oh, high, very high.
High, very, very high.
Yeah, she's
I
at the
can
top.
understand why for you guys, but for me, as a companion, I'm talking about as a character. I always joke about in the next story where the Doctor tries to strangle her. He says, "I don't blame him because she does whinge a lot." No wonder she. It's like Lenny Henry when he did that sketch when he's the Doctor and he says, "Harry, shut up."
She doesn't get the accent quite right, but I don't care.
Yeah, where in America is she supposed to be from? Because she's not.
She's from Minneapolis.
Oh, really?
Why
Right.
could they not just let her as an English companion, like a British companion? Why did they want to make her American?
Do something
Because
different.
JMT was doing it to.
Oh, that's a bit of a.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this.
That was for long.
JMT was doing it like he did with Tegan. He thought he could get free flights to Australia.
Yeah.
Right. So this story had this. What's the thing? It's called the BDE, the bullet death rate, or something like BDR. It has a higher bullet death rate. People killed by bullets than like Terminator, I think. It's insane.
I know Resurrection of the Daleks has a higher death count than what's that one with John Travolta in that famous film? I can't
Pulp
think of
Fiction?
it. Yeah, a higher death rate than Pulp Fiction.
That's a bit of bad news.
Yeah.
Did she ever get married?
Well, what?
Did she ever get married?
No,
Yeah,
she's
she was married off. She was married off.
I know she looks after animals, doesn't she? She's a big mad into protecting dogs and stuff, isn't she? She's an animal rights activist.
Right. But if you go to the
yeah.
one of the things about herself is a professional stepmother.
Oh, well, crucial information coming up, guys. Look, it's about the celery. Where's the celery?
Oh, right, and lard.
Certain gases, it turns purple.
Great line.
Well, at least we found out what the celery was for, though.
Well, that was something that John Nathan Turner, Pete Davidson made John Nathan Turner promise him that I'll do it, but you gotta give me a reason before we finish. Yeah. It's a long story.
And in real life, Peter Davison cannot stand celery.
Wow,
that's funny.
Now you know the other fellow when he comes up in it. I think he's got a great voice. And I've watched I think the commentary or something. The director, one of the very good Who directors, Graham Harper. How it came about. I won't say anything yet till we get to it. It was just an accident.
Well, it's fantastic casting. Was it Morris Reed? Just he makes the role, and the hardness of the character really
the voice. I don't know. I'm not talking from a gay point of view. That his voice is that one you could just listen to.
Right. Exactly.
I prefer the Doctor's costume. This one, the season 21 one, the more stripes, and the coat is a bit of a different colour, not so bright. It's a bit beigey now than yellowy. I kind of like that one better.
I always thought it was weird that they revisited Androzani in was it the Husbands of River Song? Is it that one? No, it's the other one, the other Christmas one, the Caretaker.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, the planet they go to. They said, "Oh, this is Androzani Major." They just named it Androzani Major. They're on.
I remember this episode, this story. This is the one with the androids, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in? Wasn't he in series 12 recently?
In what?
Wasn't he in series 12? The guy talking with the hair across his face.
Who knows? Honestly, I try and forget season 12.
Yeah, well, he was in it recently. I think I forget his name. Or was it before that? I can't remember. Heck, oh yeah.
By the way, this framing they're in right now, with them all looking at looking in the same direction. This is all Graham's Harper idea. and they had no idea what they were supposed to be looking at. Like now, they would be looking to screens, but they said it didn't really work because they're just looking at nothing.
Here he is. Here he is, coming up now. John Normington, that's his name.
Norman.
John Normington.
John Normington, that's the one. He's so good at this role. He's so good at this role.
Yeah, I like him in this.
Oh, that's great. There was a rumor when he was coming out
the window. Pushes someone out the window, if I remember correctly.
Well, what's that?
I said, doesn't he put someone out the window, kill the fucking the president or something or whatever?
Yeah, I think. But like when he was coming back for Happiness Patrol, there was a rumor he was going to be a new incarnation of the Master.
Right, there's got to be a message scrolling across the screen for you guys in the chat. So you will see it now. Hold on. So get the one with the most.
Oh, Bridges on Barrows is my vote.
Oh, you don't have a vote.
Oh, come on. I'll do it in the chat.
You get the vote next week. I had mine. Goldstreck had his. Now it's the fucking the live chat. And then it's you next week. We've agreed on this. You're not getting to influence anybody. You have to keep your to yourself because I'm doing the same. So take a story you guys want. Not what Rabbi wants or me wants or Goldstreck wants or Ian wants. You guys choose. And Rabbi now is having a fit because he can't get to choose.
Rabbi,
hour and a half of that.
Oh my God.
Where is it? Yes, Rabbi, I've got a bone to pick with you.
A bit of silk.
You've got the wrong Perry. I've got the right one. Isn't it? That's the right one. Look at that.
I don't skip on my Perrys, mate. Okay, you know I get one. I have it in stereo.
How many have you got then? In total, then?
He's missing, but he's just saying he's
You are seriously asking for the two doctors. Yous are taking the piss. Right, well, it has 2 votes, so I'm being
you see, they're doing it
for the 2 doctors. Right, and we've got
I guess
or Revelation.
Revelation, yeah. Good old Dalek story.
It's up to you guys, but right now the 2 doctors is winning.
Yeah,
Revelation. You got Daleks. You got. It's a great story. There he is. There's that
story. Okay, right, listen, guys. I said I wasn't going to let the panel influence anybody in the chat, but because everybody is voting the 2 doctors deliberately,
it's the 2 doctors. It's winning.
If you would like to give your pleads to why,
what a great hashtag! That hashtag is perfect.
I'm being honest. Listen, the 2 doctors. I know it has Troughton in it. It's boring. I'm sorry, it's shit. Why?
It is not. It is brilliant.
It's not.
You take that back right now.
Do you really like it?
I love that story.
I find it boring, man.
It is not boring. It is awesome.
It's not the best directed show.
Well,
it's only awesome because Perry's nearly nothing on. That's all.
2 doctors.
Hey, Rabbi, you got the other Perry from the 2 doctors there?
No, I don't. That's the new one.
Yeah.
Are you got that
Small
one?
Perrys. I have them all.
Goldstreck, I'm just interested to know, are you actually taking the piss or do you really like it? And if you do really like it, why do you like it?
Why do I like it?
First why do I like it? It is a slower moving story. I will agree, but I like the build up. And the Androgom Troughton scene is awesome.
Yes.
Shepherd's pie. That could be your hashtag.
Oh, then somebody else suggested just desserts, which I thought was good as well.
But what I must say about this episode, Caves of Androzani, this is perfect Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Perfectly written, perfectly directed, perfectly acted, perfectly atmospheric. Probably some of the best. See that could easily be cheesy, but he makes it creepy as hell. I love the soundtrack to this episode. And essentially what we are doing is watching the Fifth Doctor die for 4 episodes. And of course directed by Graham Harper, who directed some of the best RTD era stories as well. So Graham Harper actually has directed the best of Doctor Who.
Well, he directed Revelation.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, see, that guy I said, you know, the baddie in it in brown, what's his name? Oh, what's his name? The character's name in it. The fellow there that was in it on a minute ago. I can't think of his name. Not Stotty, that's the other bloke, the gun runner. I'll have to look it up.
See, look at a scene like this. The focusing. You don't see that. You don't see a lot of camera creativity in classic Who. It's normally just static images, except for the rare instance like this episode here, where Harper is doing very interesting things with the camera that actually augments it. Of course, I'm mystified as to how the twin dilemma follows immediately after this episode.
They basically ran out of money, didn't they?
Yeah, and then they introduce a new Doctor at the end of the season, and then leave it for a year with that image.
Morgus is a friend. Now, the story with Morgus is to say, I think they wanted him to sort of look the direction of the camera. I can't remember exactly what Harper said, but he sort of started talking directly to the camera, which is not what Harper had in mind. It worked. He thought it was so good, so compelling that he kept it in. He kept it like that.
Right. I love the framing just now.
There's also handheld scenes in this episode.
Definitely. It is. The camera work on this is actually quite good. In the lift there, the frame that Rabbi was talking about, where it's just close to you just see the two faces. Very good. Yeah.
Well, this is largely considered to be the best classic Who story, and I tend to agree.
Yeah. Well, one thing is it's very adult because what is it dealing with? Drug running.
You're right. Drug.
And keep in mind for
drugs, and who controls what supply. It's not just about mining and a monster. And it's gun running and there's murders and everything. So nowadays, God, you couldn't have that. Oh God.
No, this is when they were trying to bring the show in a more adult direction, which they fulfilled during Colin Baker's first season, which I like. First full season. We don't count the Twin Dilemma because that atrocity is attached to the end of this season.
Yeah.
But they were, because one thing you have to give JNT credit for, he did try and change the show several times. He reinvented it completely 3 times throughout his run. So you have to give him that. Actually, no, he 4 times because he completely changed the trajectory. I can't talk again. I give up on that word.
Direction.
I was going to say trajectory.
Yeah.
Direction works.
Yes. Yeah, Perry legs. Yeah. Yeah.
You really did have a push on her, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, everybody did.
Yeah.
We know the ending. The ending. It says, he's ever said, there he is acting his socks off, but he's been upstaged by Perry.
Well, yeah, exactly. He says his last view of as being the Doctor was Perry's boobs.
In order he changed.
If you have to.
Sharos Jack, he was really creepy.
Yeah, they got a dancer for him because they thought he was going to be like a lot in because his face is covered a lot. It's very about his physicality, his movements.
And to anybody that hates 80s Doctor Who, how can you honestly say that with a story like this?
I mean, this is like abnormal.
And written by Robert Holmes.
No, this was this is actually, I agree with you. It's up there. This is very creepy, and his performance is brilliant. And you don't see his face that much, don't you? You only see it once, I think. But he shows
Anyway.
But it's just the directing, even by today's standards, is brilliant. Like the entire episode. So like look at scenes like this. You don't see even today you don't see stuff like this on Doctor Who.
No. Oh, you wouldn't get away with it today.
Nope.
Nowadays you would.
But even Peter Davison's acting, where he had always been the childish kind of naive Doctor, but even here he plays the role differently as at the end of his life as a mature Doctor. So this is also across the board. This is Davison's best performance as the Doctor, probably best performance of his career.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was, how old was I? I was 13 when Tom left, so 14 when he started, and at first I didn't take to him. I couldn't find a character, and so at first it took me a bit of time to get used to him, especially after Tom all those years. But as I'm older now, I like him more. He got going. I mean, what was, I think, a good idea of JNT was his first story that he recorded wasn't his first televised story.
And Internet Gas Leak, Davison's best work was in Dangerous Davies, or the Last Detective. I have that on. I have that on DVD. That is an awesome show. Actually, there was a show in the 80s. I don't think it was ever released on DVD, but I have downloads from the webs of the pirate ships. Called a very peculiar practice.
Oh yeah,
the Doctor at a university. They did 2 seasons. I don't think many people even know that show exists, but if you can find it, it's worth watching.
By the way, I think I have it. If you want me to send it to you. Practice. There was a follow-up called A Very Polish Practice.
That was a movie, if I remember correctly.
Right. But just going back to case of Androzani for a second, the president, right there, this whole thing between the president and Trammell was very similar. I didn't realize at the time. I just listened to Human Frontier, the new thing by Nick Briggs. There's a lot of similarities between that and this. Even if it's like on the fence about whether to get it, I would recommend it.
I think there's also like a power play between the two of them.
Yeah. But I just love
you can see really he absolutely loathes the president on the right. Yeah, he absolutely loathes him. But that guy John Normanton, I just thought his performance was.
Look at the way they built up this cliffhanger.
Yes, one of the best. I remember watching at the time, going, "How are they going to get out of that?" We all talked about it at school the next day.
But it's like, this is pinnacle Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of mind-blowing what they managed to do with this story.
I love this shot of Sharon Chick laughing. What a great introduction of a character.
Yeah. I mean, he did a fantastic job. I mean, he had to act through that mask. We didn't see his proper face. And the makeup, you see. That's what I think a lot of who doesn't get credit for. Some of the makeup, was brilliant. Remember, they only had a shoestring for a budget, but they did a fantastic job.
Yeah. I'm really of the opinion all these like massive budgets are given nowadays is, not making things better. Colin B. Just it's Doomcock in the chat. Where? Who is? Where? What's going on?
Who?
Colin B. Smith just in the chat. It's Doomcock. What does he mean?
No, he's talking about feckin' the fella with the mask.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And did you notice how they brought up the volume on the Sting at the end of that as well?
Yeah, really cool. Good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know because I've got the thing on the side set to mute. I can't hear it. I watched it on the subtitles. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Materialize. A second. If only that was possible. Back.
Yeah, no, that again, not just a great episode of Doctor Who, what a great episode of TV.
Yep.
It's just like everything just comes together. It was the direction, the script, the design, everything just came together. This should have been JNT's last story.
Had he gone out with this, that he would have been remembered differently. But honestly, there are 80s Who is generally pretty good.
I think
there are some missteps. I think what really hurts it is the 6th and 7th Doctors had terrible first stories, like awful.
Yeah.
Possibly the 2 worst stories in the history of Who, well, until current years. I think.
Yeah, Twin Dilemma is pretty darn bad, you know.
And Time of the Ronnie isn't much better.
Yeah.
And I think
Ronnie at least had good special effects though. Those the big spinny Ronnie balls things. We were all impressed with that.
They did bring it up a little bit, but keep in mind it aired concurrently with Star Trek: The Next Generation, so they were up against TNG, which looked kind of hokey. But yeah, season 24 was the low point. But you know, I don't hate 80s Doctor Who the way a lot of people did. I don't like the Twin Dilemma. I don't like season 24. There are stories within there that are kind of crap, but generally it was pretty good. Like we're 84, so we're pretty much the middle of the 80s with this story, and they just hit the ground running. This is when everything meshed together. You have your best director, your best writer. And even Robert Holmes, you can see, because Robert Holmes had a very specific style of writing. And he was big on character, especially supporting characters, if you watch any story that he's ever written.
Right.
But even Holmes changes his style slightly for this story, where we do have that backstory, but the way it's written is different, where he was big on exposition, but it was creative the way he'd introduce exposition. But the way he writes this, it is more to the point, and the devious nature comes across. So this is definitely Robert Holmes' best script. So you've got the
you know what, you have to think about it, but yeah, I mean, of the ages, certainly. I don't know this. I mean, this is it's hard to say. Is this better than Talons of Wing Chiang? I don't know.
I think it is. Well, actually, a few, maybe it was 15 years ago. Well, it was around the time Series 1 started. A friend of mine, I got him into Doctor Who with Series 1, but he'd never watched the classic series.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, well, I don't know. I think it's, it's just cardboard sets and, the typical things that you hear about the series. So I'm like, okay, no. I am going to show you a story that will show you how good the classic series was. So I showed him this.
Oh, it's good
and
choice.
He was just stuck to the screen the whole episode.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It is. I have to say, now that you mention it, it is up there. It definitely is. Well, I'll ask you this one: is it better than Genesis?
Is it better? The way I put it. Okay, so my favorite eras of Doctor Who is the second and third Hinchcliffe Holmes season, and Patrick Troughton. So those are my favorite eras. But I'd say the best Doctor Who story, it's not. I would say this is my favorite Doctor Who story, but I would say it's the best Doctor Who story.
Well, I mean, it consistently won the best of all the stories. 2009, it won. It's choosing out like a bit of a right as the best story. When are we starting episode 2? Good question. Whenever. No. Let us know when you want to start episode 2.
We can start episode some echo going on. There's echo. See, do you hear it? Everybody's saying there's
Yeah. I don't think it's me though. I tell you what, I'm gonna mute and see if it's me.
Yeah, I muted. It's not me.
And I'm gonna mute.
I'll mute.
Oh, it's not.
No, God damn it!
It's you, mate.
It's not me. There. I'm on. No echo. Right. I'm gonna mute me. Then, Rabbi, I want you to unmute yourself. Say something. Then mute yourself. See, it's Ian.
Okay. Fine. I'm saying right now. Hello, hello, hello. Now I'm gonna mute myself.
Hello, goodbye.
Jody loves you.
I have an idea what it is. It's one of us speaking is coming out on somebody else's audio, and that's what's causing the feedback.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I have the audio down.
I know what to do. Hang on.
Right. Well, we'll start episode 2 and hope for the best. Go ahead, Rabbi.
Okay, everybody. Oh, before I start episode 2, though, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. No,
Yeah.
how about you 2,000 subscribers? That's the goal, right?
Yeah, 2,000 subscribers is what.
Let's get an to 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So if we're good, that's great. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
I love it. That music just puts a smile on your face.
It does, doesn't it?
Everybody remember the first time you saw the Leisure Hive?
Yeah.
With the new opening.
Yeah, with the new music. I was like, whoa.
It's like, wow. Like, how shocking it was at the time, because you expect to see the tunnel, and then you get this.
Oh, I can hear somebody.
I remember that. Well, I remember the trailers for it, and I thought it was just something done for the trailer. I had no idea. And then when the first episode came on, I can't remember what I felt. I thought, I think I loved it then.
It was just such a shock. And it was the first time they'd actually re-recorded the theme, because all the previous versions were just remixes of the original Derbyshire recording.
However, I still think the late Pertwee and most of Tom Baker's title sequences are still one of the best.
Yeah.
It's plain,
And
it's very colourful, it's very true. None of this. I mean, I don't mind the theme tune for the last series, but goodness me, that title sequence is bloody awful.
Yep.
What is supposed to be? A kaleidoscope or something? I'm a bit behind you now, because I was a bit ahead of you, then I've gone backwards.
So I'm sitting here with my computer, right? And I'm sitting beside the sofa on my gaming chair. And Ted's after getting up on the sofa. And he's lying on his back with his paws up. And he's not the way dogs roll around and start playing with you. He's playing with me while I'm watching the episode, licking. Yeah, I mean, he's a little weirdo. Isn't that right?
Lexi's on her pillow with her bone. That's what when we do these Saturday live streams, then she gets her bone.
Ah. Oh, by the way, Cheryl, Lexi is doing great now. They've gotten the right combination of medication. Dog's doing great. She's doing a thumbs up because she doesn't want to disturb.
Yeah. And Lexi and I appreciate all the kind words, everyone. And Internet Gas Leak, love the music in the Leisure Hive. Yes, they went all out on it. There is too much music in that episode, but I don't care. They wanted to make it as epic as they could. And if you have the DVD of the Leisure Hive or the Tom Baker Season 7 Blu-ray from the original DVD release, there's two extras on there. One is recording the music, and the second one is actually how they came up with the title sequence, which is worth watching.
Yeah, I've seen that. I have I've spoken about recently when I moved him, but I've got from the 80s a vinyl LP of Doctor Who the music, and I think it's volume 2, and it has the music from Caves on it, which I love the music from this story as well.
Anybody have the record of the Doctor Who theme, like the JNT Air Force? Well, this Doctor Who theme.
Yes, I have it.
Where they draw it out, but it doesn't quite work because they've got that one part where the notes start going up and it just sounds wrong. Like they try to.
I mean the full theme.
Yeah.
Where you heard a part of that go into it in the Five Doctors, because it doesn't fade off as normal. It has that little bit extended bit at the beginning of the Five Doctors.
Yeah.
Or the theme music. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like it, the full theme, because I've got.
Oh no, actually, I like the Five Doctors version. I was disappointed that they didn't go with that for Davison's third season, but the original record that was released in '81, where they add sections to the theme that don't quite work.
I know what you mean. They were joining the two bits together. Well, I talk about the Five Doctors. I didn't like. I don't mind it, but I kind of wish they hadn't. I suppose they had to match the title sequence, but they've had the original theme playing at the end, but it was speeded up.
I love this scene. Just going back to one of the best scenes in the story, in a great story.
Yeah. Where are we up to? Where are we up to? Because I'm not sure if I got ahead of you or behind.
I am at 5 minutes.
I am also at 1 second. Let me see. 5 minutes 9 seconds. We got what's the name starting over Stoltzy right now, saying, "Is that enough?"
Yeah, Rob, I think you're 2 seconds ahead of me.
Beck is talking to Perry and the Doctor. He's touching her now.
This is classic Holmes dialogue writing here.
I know, but it's like it's done so like hardcore.
You see, look at this no twin dilemma. The whole business of them cancelling the show within a year. It's nothing to do with low ratings.
No.
Nothing to do with that at all, because the ratings were actually quite healthy, unlike today. So, which is because Craig didn't like Doctor Who.
Yeah, because the ratings didn't take a dump until after it came back from hiatus. The ratings were fine throughout.
Trial because didn't publicise Trial. I mean, JNT was the showman to get the publicity in. The BBC did not do much promotion apart from a stint on Peter at the beginning, because Janet Ellis, her father, was one of the operators of Glassrow, and then later on, Ronnie Langford was on Blue Peter with Colin Baker when he had the beard. Yeah. But apart from that, there's no publicity.
No.
Now this is look at it. The bit I'm up to is where he's trying to make him like a suicide pill, and it's really, really like not for kids stuff. But this is the sort of thing kids would watch, though. Not to be bored out of their wits lectured to by a silly woman in it with a blonde hair, whoever that is. Oh yeah.
So you remember what I was saying a few weeks ago when we were watching Inferno, how they managed to create this sense of impending doom throughout the episode, which is something that Doctor Who did perfectly 3 times: Inferno, Legopolis, and this story. But this story, you can really feel it throughout the episode. You can tell that something terrible is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, okay. Sheriff Jack clearly feels the same way we all feel about Perry.
Well, not all though.
I must be ahead of yours for some weird reason. What scene exactly are you on?
I don't know
Me?
where you were up to. I'm up to where the doctor's talking to Jack,
Yeah, that's where I am now.
and he's just walked away. I've got the subtitles on. He says, "It's no matter. I shall break you with my will. If I can't break you, I shall kill you. While you, my child, shall live forever." Ooh, how creepy is that? It means it will seem like forever. Step drugs is the key to eternal youth. That's all what I'm up to. I'm afraid on this thing. Here's a question for you. If you were Perry and you've seen, this guy you hooked up with and you liked him and then you change into the Sixth Doctor, and after you've been through all this, wouldn't you want to sort of go home?
Yeah, I can see that.
Man lusting after you, you're getting a terminal illness, you barely survive, you're just about to survive in the end, and then, the man you like changes into a big arrogant bloke. Wouldn't you sort of thinking, this is too much for me, I want to go home?
Well, they did talk about that, and by Trial of the Time Lord, they actively softened the relationship just for that reason. Because Nicola Brown was like, well, why wouldn't I just leave then if we're already always arguing?
Yeah. The thing is, in that, although they softened the relationship in Trial, when I watched it on the Blu-ray box set recently, or whenever it was it came out, I noticed how, although they were friendlier, he still was very careless with Perry. He went off down to check out what was remains in Ravelock, left her on the surface, seemed to leave her alone a lot of the time. Come on. So here comes Cola. Come on, madam.
This episode is really bleeding top of the range. It's been a while since I watched it.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Davison's performance is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I love his jacket.
Shows Jack Crown August. Oh, what a great shot, by the way. They just faded from Crown August to Sheriff Jack.
I know what Peter Davison has always said. Had his second season been to the same quality as his third season, he would have stayed for a fourth.
Right.
And I guess it was almost unfortunate because with this episode, you saw exactly what they could do with this era and this Doctor, and then it's over.
Right, unfortunately.
It was, what they did with Colin Baker, wasn't a wise idea, making him unlikable to start with. And then they repeated it with Capaldi, which also didn't work.
I'm really. People say they hate Capaldi's last season. I think it was his first season that killed him.
Well, here's the mistake that they made with Colin Baker, because I like, and this is outside of the arguments that Who fandom has now. Real Doctor Who fans will argue, whether or not it was a wise idea to introduce a Doctor that was going to go on a journey, because both Baker and Capaldi, they were introduced as Doctors they would start out as harsh, but then they would change and grow throughout their regeneration. But unfortunately, with Capaldi, they changed it too quickly. He's playing a completely different character for each of his 3 series.
Yeah,
and Colin Baker was he wanted to do at least 8 seasons, so they're going to draw it out that long. But the problem that they did was the twin dilemma. So many things, terrible script. They went too overboard with the Doctor. And here's the biggest mistake. an awful introduction to a Doctor, stuck at the end of this season, and that's what you're left with for a year.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god, the costumes of the
the costume
whatever they
was
were, the guys with the silver noses. I'm so bad.
There's
Although,
twins. There were twins. I heard if you read, I think it was the information text on the DVD, or I believe didn't have much acting experience. And another actor that it must have been on Hard Times. He was the teacher of the twins in it. He played Garman in Genesis, and he was had a major part in that, and he was really good. But I think he was wasted in that.
Yep.
I mean, I don't mind. No, I admit this to this day. I do not mind the Sixth Doctor's coat. The rest of it I'm not fond of, but I like the coat for some reason. I don't mind the coat, but
I think I've just gotten used to it.
Twin Dilemma. Twin Dilemma is just
as well. Although
I would rather watch Twin Dilemma over anything of series 11 or 12.
Oh well, yeah, definitely. Although with Colin Baker's coat, Big Finish eventually introduced a change to the coat where he had a blue coat, which looked a lot better.
I've got the action figure of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks disgusting what he's eating.
It looks like porridge to me.
It does, but it looks horrible. Cold.
Gruel.
Yeah.
Oh, the way he eats it and all. It's like,
I do like the subtly different performance he gives as the human Salazar and the robot Salazar.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like you can see it, like you get like kind of these like weird stares going on.
Soxy.
Oh, another great scene coming up.
See, this is on par with, as you said, like Talon's. It's not. Talon's also deals with sort of drugs as well, the opium and that, and the suicide pills as well. And
Well, pretty soon we won't be allowed to talk about that episode.
Well, which episode? I missed it.
I'll talk about it as much as I like. You could say, going back to William Hartnell, I believe the Crusades. The actors in that were backed up, I believe. So what are they going to do? Ignore that one?
Probably. They would ignore all of Classic Who if they could.
Yeah, right. It keeps them. Oh, Rabbi. The question for the Rabbi, actually. You were talking about Time Lord Victorious. Is it true there's supposed to be games based on it as well, like an Xbox game next year? Or am I wrong?
On what?
Time Lord Victorious. Supposed to be games based on it, like Xbox games.
I don't. Do they have a games game? Let me have a look. Hang on 1 second.
I think it's a VR.
I used to watch.
Oh, yeah, I heard there's a VR component, but I don't know. I mean, again, there's supposed to be another release they're going to a Big Finish are putting out, which I guess is going to be a David Tennant one, but I don't know why they didn't really announce it with all the others.
But yeah, I heard an Xbox game, but then I've not heard any more about it. You think?
I don't know. Here, I'm trying
to just talk.
Time Lord Victorious. Okay, shows Jack is having a bit of a rant now about his face.
With your fair skin and features. Hello.
I'm sure they would have loved to say something other than slime, but the TV rules.
But just, I mean, going back to Talons, although it's not depicted, but I often wonder. You remember in the episode where what's his name? Kang gets that woman off the street. She's like, just want to go in for a cup of tea and get me and rest me plate for feet. Something like that. You wonder if she was a lady of the night or something. I often wondered that.
Yep.
But again, it's not like you said, but it's kind of all that sort of stuff, which is again brilliant. And there wasn't an outcry then. It got great ratings and everything. Come on, then. It must have been melting under that mast though, with the lights on though.
Yeah.
It looks like leather. It looks like leather.
It was S&M gear.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was.
It looks like PVC or something. Look, the way it's cut out. But it's very tight.
I'm uncomfortable, whatever it is.
It looks, yeah.
Peter
Davison.
Gun runners before, but never this like hardcore.
Peter Davison must have been boiling in that jumper.
Yeah, but then when they went on location, Nicola Bryant said she was going to die of cold. It was so freezing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is you see, I know. I tweeted Janet Fielding about this recently. I said, in the 5 doctors, I said, you've got a big coat on. She says it was absolutely useless. It was no good to her at all. She was freezing. Because when they did Revelation, Eric Saward made sure Nicola Bryant was covered up because they were filming in the snow and he was not going to have her freezing to death.
I love to see when he's confronting the android. So the android design, absolutely so simple, such a great design.
This is an episode that you can't say enough good things about.
Except when I was young, when this came on, I never originally seen episode 3 because I went to sort of a work experience type thing in the evening after school. It was about banking, so I thought, well, I've got to put that first, then Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So I did record it, but not on VHS at the time. I did it on audio. Oh yeah,
I used to do that too. I had I would back in the 80s. I'd take my little tape recorder, put it up to the TV, and just record the audio. I had a massive collection.
I did. I still got some of mine because it's that you didn't have it. I don't think it was ever shown over in Canada or anywhere else. Who remembers the repeat season? Rabbi or Noel? I don't know if Noel, did you ever see it? Because you've really been in Ireland, but they did in A&T did a great thing. When Tom Baker left and before Peter Davison came in, did a repeat season called The Five Faces of Dr.
Yeah,
Who,
that was great.
which is one of the best repeat seasons. So, Unearthly Child, and so I recorded that, by putting the tape, recorded that, and I have the tape still because I got my mum singing on it because I wanted to test the volume. I said to her, sing something. She sings, Raindrops and Tulips from Sound of Music. So I played it back and she was singing very softly. I said, sing louder. She took my words literally, and so she sang the same tune, louder and louder and lower and lower. So
Okay.
So that's what I've got. I like to keep that because it's her voice on it. They don't want to stab each other in the back.
What was it? Stotzi, Morris Rose, Reeves, whatever, to wear that headband. I wonder if it was his choice or somebody else had the choice. Somebody else had it.
One thing I'll say for JNT's era, all his Dalek stories are all way better than any of the Moffat ones.
Yeah, that's true. I love the image of the android on fire. They had that on the DVD, on the VHS cover, from the Andrew Skilleter illustration. I love it when people past him. Oh, it's fantastic.
I've got an android head somewhere.
Yeah, I got
which came with the set.
Right.
That looks like it hurt.
It does, doesn't it? Now, don't get me wrong. I like Perry. I'm very attracted to Perry. Charles Jack is on a different level of liking Perry.
Yeah,
yeah, that's really creepy.
There you go. But even Graham Harbour couldn't find a way of shooting this thing to make it not look awful.
Okay, yeah. So there is one thing about this story that isn't perfect.
Right. Now here's a question: would you like a CGI magma beast put over it?
In that case, yeah. In this one instance, yes.
Because it's a perfect freaking story. But apart from that,
yeah. But my only problem with that is, I was thinking that before, when they do release it on the box set, season 21, and there's always one story that gets a special edition. I want it to be Resurrection of the Daleks, because I think they could. Nick Briggs doing the voices of the Daleks, as a special edition, and update the Dalek effect, where this only has just one crappy monster. So here we go.
no, you ready to? Shall we go straight to the next episode?
Yeah.
I have to go nip out to the small room, and I've got to see to these two cats of mine staring at me.
Well, when you come back, we'll tell you exactly where we are with the timestamp.
Sure. I'm back in about 5.
Oh, who says Sadako 24 talk about the Chewits advert? The one with the giant monster, right? The Godzilla one?
Yeah.
That was a great ad. Oh, by the way, Daniel Lee said you're very suspicious of Human Frontier being woke. It certainly is. I mean, the first couple of this are, but I think it's more like it's got these 2020 woke tropes in it rather than being woke itself. Because by the time you get to the end of the second disc or into the third, you've been carried away by the good storytelling. But yeah, there's no like everyone's a same-sex couple somewhere along the line there. Yeah, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, Sadako 24 said Dalek Empire was a feminist hero done right. Yeah, Susan Mendez.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't listened to that in 15 years.
Wow.
I had to check that out again. Michael Richardson, are we carrying on? Yes.
No, you ready?
I'm ready to go already. Yeah.
I'm going to do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. Oh no, mine isn't playing. There you
go. 11 seconds in, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I'm like 4 seconds behind. Okay, 18, 19, 20 seconds in.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Michael Richardson, that isn't allowed. No toilet breaks. Okay, so we're just not going to discuss this.
Go ahead. Sorry, Baldrick.
I'm just saying, yeah, we're just we'll forget that this scene exists.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Although, with the costume being awful, it's still shot reasonably well in certain places.
Yeah. Like there.
Right, exactly. I mean, this framing is just great with them all three of them in camera at the same time. Teddy, Teddy and Totsi seem to be the same guy. Yeah, the question really needs to be asked. When they landed here, they're in the middle of a desert. They can't see anything. Why did they even stick around? They're like, they should have gone, oh, let's go to Disneyland in 1975. I love the way that Salatine is clearly more intelligent than his commander.
Yeah.
What are we up to?
It's almost as if Peter Davison had wandered into a different adventure. You know,
Yeah.
he was like something nice and like, and all of a sudden he's got these androids ripping his arms off.
Where are we up to, by the way? Where
The androids are about to try rip his arms off.
We are 4 minutes 42 seconds in.
Uh-huh. What are you seeing? I'm not very good at timing the thing.
I'm sorry?
What's the action scene? What's the scene?
It's the androids have just tried to rip off Colin Baker, Peter Davison's arms, and now he's being taken by the gun runners.
Got ya.
And now he's been taken by the gun runners.
Right.
You see, I love his acting choices there. And with that creepy stare as he looks through the window, the wall.
Mm.
Apparently, he was in another Peter Davison series with him. Just before, was it Sink or Swim? So he's a brother, I think, of Philip Lannister, right? The guy who played, was it Hunt? What was the name of the guy from Life on Mars and Ashes to Ashes? Yeah, Gene Hunt.
Mm. Just checking something. Mm-hmm.
Actually, if you like the vibe of this episode, there's a Big Finish release from 2008 called The Death Collectors, which I listened to at work yesterday, and it takes place right at the end of Sylvester McCoy's life, and they actually foreshadow his final moments, because you hear just this eerie Madame Butterfly recording in the background.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Was pretty clever.
That I that's one of the best Big Finish releases, and it does kind of echo the vibe of this episode.
Yeah, you are right.
Story.
You're right.
I was right, by the way. Robert Penster, Salatine, played Edison in Series 12.
Oh.
And I thought it had been in it. I think I've caught up with you.
I kind of wonder what they're going to do when this season finally comes out on Blu-ray. Are they going to include Colin Baker, or just stick that atrocity at the beginning of his first season?
By seasons.
Well, it's difficult because it's not part of season 22.
No.
It's part of season 21. So
I think this season would be so much better without that tacked on at the end.
I think they could.
So much better without
Could
that.
just put. Well, no, if you think of it, it would on it, because if you put the collection, the complete it's called the collection. Season 21.
Yeah, they do it by doctor.
You could not put on. Well, you could do. But you could have Twin Dilemma on the other one, but it's gonna. If they put the tagline that it's the complete collection, then you're gonna have to put Twin Dilemma on it.
Hey, we might get Twin Dilemma twice. Oh joy!
I reckon it would be on the.
Well, it is a Twin Dilemma anyway.
Let's just not put it on any set and pretend it doesn't exist. Colin Baker had a Christopher Eccleston type of introduction. There were no stories before Attack of the Cybermen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a pretty good story, Attack of the Cybermen. Wait, are we doing 3 Doctors next week? Really? Are we
3 Doctors?
Are we 2 Doctors?
Revelation we're doing.
Did I do a Revelation one in the end? No problem. I tell you,
actually, it's a good choice for that episode, because that also was unlike anything Doctor Who had done before, and you could, because it is probably the most adult Doctor Who episode, and that was the direction the show was supposed to go in before it got axed. Although you can, Big Finish did do the original season 23, the one that was scrapped in their Lost Stories, which is checking out. It was better than Trial of a Time Lord.
Again, Revelation is directed by Graham Harper.
Yep. And similar style to this.
Because what's his name? Joe Bell. He's poor old Perry. She's always been lust upon, isn't she?
Mm.
She was lust upon by Joe Bell. Here, pretty thing, whatever he had to her. There's a story about Revelation. JNT wanted Laurence Olivier to play the mutant.
Okay, yes, I remember that. Yes,
he declined.
Yeah, they wanted Tim Curry, I think, to play Sheriff Jack in this.
I didn't know about that, but I know in that Revelation. Hang on a minute, Millie.
Putting on big transmissions in the Android. It's no wonder this campaign has got known. Because of advanced warning of
Hello.
I'll see that evil renegade is dragged in.
Someone has the episode up too high. I can hear it.
All right.
It's so funny looking at maps from set in the future, but like they're not digital.
While I went out there, I took out that vinyl over there. I just thought I'd show it to you. That was it.
Oh, I remember that. I do remember that.
Well, I don't think you can see it. It's not easy to read, but the final one on this one is, if I can read it, you've got number 5, The Caves of Androzani, which was Roger Lim.
You are correct. Yes.
So you've got, I mean, actually going from the 5 Doctors to this one, you had some excellent music. So you've got the 5 Doctors, King's Demons, who had some very good music in that, Enlightenment, Warriors of the Deep, The Awakening, Resurrection of the Daleks, Planet of Fire, and this one. Mills did it. BBC Records, BBC 1985.
All right.
And there it is.
This whole bit where he's working about the laser, what this is really, they really sell you it quite well. But there's no dialogue explaining what's going on. Like, I wonder why they have a big laser just sitting in the middle of their ship for no apparent reason. Okay, listen. It's clear that he's very lustrous about Perry, right?
Yeah.
So why doesn't he just make himself a robot Perry? Wouldn't that not be? I mean, he's already done that.
No,
Wouldn't that be what he's doing about this?
right. So,
Well, she wouldn't be.
would
I
you
think
like,
it's obvious.
an Android version of your wife or your wife?
Yeah.
I don't think I can answer that in an open stream.
Oh my god!
It depends on the specifications, really.
But what would her skin feel like? Warm or cold?
Oh, he's no.
Well, they do have them robots now.
She might walk and talk and sound like Perry, but she wouldn't have the warmth and that. Pelic.
I'm sure it will be temperature adjustable.
Yeah, listen, if they make them I don't think that would be an impediment to the Showers Jack, right? I think it would. Don't they do that now with those super expensive sex dolls?
The creepy robots, yeah.
Yeah, they're like $5,000. It's crazy.
And then
right?
It kills you.
Does it heat up? I guess. Oh, another great scene coming up.
Actually, this episode has the best cliffhanger in possibly Doctor Who history.
Yes, it does.
This one is epic.
I love it. That special effect was actually quite good as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm not buying it, dude.
I just love the way he's playing it. Oh my god, it's so good.
The makeup on her is really good.
Well, I didn't really notice, to be honest with you.
I mean, look, she looks like she's dead. Oh God, you'd be dead with that thing creeping up on you. I'm surprised she didn't have nightmares after this.
And for anybody who's watching this as well, it is also worth checking out Big Finish Circular Time because it goes into the regeneration sequence even further. It's a single episode, but it's another Big Finish masterpiece.
Sadly, it's written by Paul Cornell, I think, but he's such a good writer.
Oh crap! Okay, but just ignore it then.
No, don't deprive yourself of good Doctor Who because it happened to come from a pen or somebody who's a douchebag.
Well, it had a co-writer, so we'll give it that.
No, I kind of like the machine pistols in the robots episode. This is all very sets this like season 23 is very much Eric Seawood trying to copy this template over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, this bit's coming up with good, if I remember rightly. Yes, this bit is good. Watch it, folks. Evil son, isn't he?
It's very Phantom of the Opera, isn't it? It's the second Phantom of the Opera that Robert Holmes did. I guess this and Talons of Weng Chiang are kind of like spiritual sequels to each other.
I like that. It could have been worse. In what way? It could have been me.
Yes, I love that. I think you're a bit behind though. I'm 20 minutes, 58 seconds in.
I don't know because this is through the Xbox and it doesn't exactly give me. It shows me the length of where I'm up to, but it doesn't give me the exact time.
Okay, basically, Sharaz Jek is looming over Perry at the moment, and she's looking very ill.
Oh no, I'm a bit heavier. I'm up to Trimorgus again.
Yeah, no, it's after that.
All right.
Yeah, now it's creepy behind Perry, and she's kind of crying.
I'll just nudge it on a bit. Oh yeah, I'm up to there now. Just nudging it on a bit.
Now, what's the name? The army's found out she's gone. I love this how they're setting up. They're walking into this terrible trap. Yeah, she'll be 60 in October, and she doesn't look it, does she?
No.
Okay.
Nope,
Oh, I love that little shot when of the that's kind of his regeneration starting.
Yeah, the story here is for the whole 4th episode, he's holding off his regeneration.
Right, right, so cool.
Because it is kind of like Capaldi did, but yeah, right here it's his body is dying. It wants to regenerate, and he's using all his will to stop it.
Yeah.
Because if he regenerates, they're all dead.
One good thing, though.
Earlier, so why are you speaking to me now?
One good thing is he didn't go. He doesn't. The body doesn't reset itself, and then he's all right for 5 minutes. You know, like they do with Tennant and they do with Smith. I really don't like that bit. But he's dying. He can't just all of a sudden fix himself before he changes.
Yeah, I just kind of like the desperation of this. Oh, great cliffhanger! I love how he closes his eyes and he's crashing and it looks like it's going to go badly. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. How are we doing there? Was there anybody got any thoughts?
What is going to happen next?
Ooh, nothing good.
No.
Yeah, but that cliffhanger. Yeah, problem being said, it's one of the best Peter Davison moments. I agree completely.
Well, that before the titles clicking, you know where it sort of goes like.
Yeah.
That's the sort of regeneration starting. I didn't know that.
Saying that. So the Bowles are saying that the whole episode 4 is basically him holding back his regeneration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can we just go straight to episode 4? I'm just kind of into. No, you up for that?
Yep.
Okay, fine. I'll do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. Okay. Worst title sequence, I have to say, will be the Colin Baker one, where they just basically put this through a rainbow filter.
Yeah.
No. Yes and no. Because I like this one because it's what I call clear. You know, the background clear. I didn't realise is when Colin Baker they were trying to do a kaleidoscope. When you look through, you remember you look through and used to turn the thing, and that's what it does look like. But it does look messy. I don't mind it too much, but it just looks too much messy.
A much better version of it is where they did a version of Terror of the Vervoids for the Blu-ray, and they took out all the title sequences. So they made a new title scene. It was much better.
I remember.
Actually, I haven't watched that one yet on Blu-ray. They redid the title sequence?
Yeah, it's much better. Although it's really not a good story, even without the
I like it. Terror of the Vervoids, I like it.
Oh, I found it a bit of a chore.
Yeah, poor Mel. She wasn't a good character on TV. Great character on audio, though, when they take away the screaming. And actually make her a real person.
Unfortunately. I mean, I didn't mind that much when she was in it. It wasn't her fault.
No, it was the way they wrote her.
Yeah, that's the trouble. I mean, Mark Strickland, I disliked that character because, and the Doctor, the relationship, because I thought, hang on, the Doctor surely must know he's trying to kill him by, you know, he lived all those years. He must know that the bloke is trying to kill him.
I love the way he's like, nearly dead acting.
Yeah.
Everyone's way out. And this Quarry, they made it. I mean, it really looks like an alien planet. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is a fantastically directed sequence as well.
Yeah. It doesn't get enough love, classic Who nowadays.
Nope. Well, it does from real fans, but not fake fans.
Well, you get what you were saying earlier, Bolstrek, when you introduced it to wobbly sets, cardboard sets, and that. Considering they had a budget of 2 pence, so to speak, and they had nothing, and they did a fantastic job because it shows you don't need to have massive whiz bang special effects to write a good story. The effects enhance a good story. It's the script that matters.
No, these days it's the opposite.
Well, I mean, have you watched? There's one special effect from the classic series that I still think is really good. How they did it. You did a watch on, didn't you, recently? Terror of the Zygons.
Yeah, last week.
Well, you look at when they jump out of the Zygon ship, the doctor and the nurse and the others, and they're running, and the next minute it blows up. It looks like it's a real ship that blew up.
That is true. Yeah.
And when they jump out of the ship, it looks like they jumped out of the ship, even though it was like just projected on something. I think it really worked. And I will say, the classic Zygon change from Zygon to human and the other way around is better than they did with Capaldi.
Yep.
And did the Doctor. I just didn't like that, spewing up. And they never really did a new sort of change. You've seen the start of it, but you never seen the Zygon change properly.
Yeah.
I don't think they should. In the classic series, I thought it was just perfect.
But this story proves you don't need a large budget to make something brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. I more and more I think about it, the more I think that bigger budgets are more of a detriment than a.
I mean, look at him there. He's running, but you can tell. Look, he's like struggling to get his limbs moving.
Yeah,
kind of what it was, but he's like me recently when I've been out running. I'm tired, but I've got to keep going. He's got to keep going, otherwise he'll be dropped to death. And look, he's already got wounded and he's dying now.
Oh, good little tumble he's doing there, isn't it? This is actually very similar to Tomb of the Cybermen, the way they've managed to frame it.
And the one thing that's unique about this story as well, it's the only time that we get to see the Fifth Doctor with only one companion.
Right.
A lot of the time. But as I said, I never cared for Turlo because after the Black Garden trilogy, he had nothing to do. It's not his fault, that's Mark Strickson, but they kept him in that bloody school uniform all the time, and
until his last episode, yeah,
he would just go around getting captured and walking around corridors. That's it. He was a waste of space. That's why one companion really is enough. Two are fine, but not three.
Yeah, well, with multiple companions, it depends on who they are. Like, you could have a Jamie and a Zoe, which works perfectly.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. I mean, I know there's a lot don't like him, but I did like three of them, Adric, Nissa and Tegan. I grew up with them when in my teens, and I liked them. Tegan I liked a lot.
And I think when they have two companions, I think it works best if it's a male and a female, rather than two females.
What about the classic two, which worked very well, Harry and Sarah?
Yep. It's too bad Harry kind of sort of stayed on after his one season while he was in two episodes or two stories. But yeah.
I heard that Tom Baker said he kind of got a bit fed up in it because it was not what he expected, because he thought, before his cast before Tom was.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the strong male.
Actor, and he was going to do all the sort of heavy man stuff, but when Tom was cast, he became surplus to requirement, so he didn't like.
Right.
A lot of the time he was sidelined.
Yeah, he was supposed to play the role of Ian. with
Yeah.
an older doctor, so a younger male actor for the action sequences.
But then he did have a good episode when he was the Zygon. Remember that? He was good at that. They're all up to backstabbing each other, aren't they? Better dealing and everything. Hmm.
Imagine Jodie Whittaker trying to pull off this episode.
Oh my god! It hurt.
You know what would happen full well? He'd be doing this, waving that Sonic around.
Yep.
Oh, good heavens, no. Please.
Eh.
He couldn't. Oh, I'm sorry, that made me feel ill.
Yeah, sorry about
Destroy
that.
I've said I can't watch any more of her. My auntie, who's 83, came up with a good idea. To just scrap Doctor Who and then destroy all her episodes. I think that's a good plan. Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. She's a plank. That is the character. I'm not saying anything against her personally. She's useless as the Doctor.
Yep.
I mean, these two guys can out-act her. In fact, they could out-act all of them. 50 kilos each.
That's really quite a good bit of special effects there, isn't it?
Yep.
The mud burst.
Oh, wait for it.
You see, I just don't see him being that terrified by a disfigured face.
It's a bit like Beauty and the Beast, isn't it?
So I would say Cheristek has some like body acceptance issues he's going through.
I just want to say thanks, Internet Gasly, for subscribing.
Yeah, sorry, I just got totally sucked into this. I wasn't talking at all.
Yeah.
I do like the whole like deposement of Traumorgus.
Yeah.
What?
Is it crowding miserable curs? I wonder would they have put another word there.
We're getting just a really classic scene right now.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't go that. Wouldn't have anything like that nowadays.
No, this is way too. This wouldn't be in the Moffat era or Russell TD RTD era as well.
Oh, Moffat would do. Would reset the
Moffat
whole
would
thing
do
at
it,
the
but then he'd find some way of bringing them back to life.
Yeah.
Right.
end. It'd be all a dream or something.
Yeah, a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. That's not
Yeah.
really a dream.
Can I just check? Did Russell T Davies actually kill anybody off? A popular character?
I'm sorry.
Did RTD kill off any characters? You know, that was popular.
I don't know. I mean, doctors, all of them. Clive in the first episode.
Hmm. Yeah, he was only briefly in it. Couldn't have killed off Rose.
I can't think of anybody else actually. So yeah, I wish there was like an organization that fleshes out a bit, explain why he was so obsessed with Perry. Because she's just like, I mean, like it's getting weird at this point.
Well, there's no women on the planet. Have you seen any other women?
I guess so, but again,
Mhm.
you can make
He
them.
says, I have been alone for all these years. I haven't seen anything as beautiful, he said earlier.
Honestly, again, you can make a duplicate of anybody you like.
Yeah,
You
but
have-
as Noel said, you know, you could duplicate anybody, but they wouldn't have personality. But
I
would they
don't
have
know
the warmth,
about that.
the memories?
Like I reckon that can be programmed in.
Yeah, but the skin, would it be feel real? Would it be warm?
Yeah, of course it would. Salatine has been infiltrated for months.
Yeah,
I
but
don't. They're exercising social distancing. They would have noticed if he had like cold dead skin.
it's kind of a soldier, so no one really knew. You know, programmed very well, but it wouldn't be the same.
This is his first role, I think, on TV. Sheriff Jack. He's a dancer.
Yeah.
It looks like Starry-Eyed has made a reappearance on someone's stream.
Yeah, on who was it? Eric something or other? Eric O'Keefe. Never heard of him. Who was he? Do you know him?
No.
You were in the chat there the night I did the big stream, yeah. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm delighted. Glad she's back.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Welcome back, Starry.
Ease yourself back in. That's it. Just,
Ignore the little shits.
That's it.
Just block them.
Has anybody heard anything else from that guy from recently?
Oh, from our little friend?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
He's
No.
unblocked everyone, so
He
I'm.
blocked everybody and then he unblocks them and stuff. He's a bit of a
Coward.
Sorry,
I'm like,
guys.
win for us.
Just a bit of information on Jack. Christopher Michael Gable was his full name. He was he was CBA, which was commander of the British Empire. He died in 1998, age 58.
Yeah. I think that was it. Was it him? I think he died from AIDS.
He chronic rheumatoid condition in his feet and left the Royal Ballet in '67 to pursue an acting career.
Right.
He founded the Central School of Ballet in '82. 96, he was commander of the British Empire for services to British dance. The following year, he was awarded the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters by the University of Bradford. He died from cancer near Halifax at the age of 58.
Oh, that's very sad.
Yeah.
I'm so
married to
glad
dancer.
that they're not showing you what a queen bat looks like, because I bet whatever it is look pretty. If the magma beasts look bad, I bet the queen bat look bad. So I think they go for the Jaws approach as he's milking them.
Yeah.
Again, this film insert stuff is just excellent.
Yeah. Just barely holding on.
Oh yeah, the Battle Royal.
I'd say he doesn't look that bad.
I think it was rather horrible up close, I suppose. Oh yeah, I like this bit coming up. Oh, I do like this bit. Whatever that machine is. Oh, he does look horrible. Grey. I mean, this final episode is all about death, really, isn't it? The final bit.
Yeah, and it's all about senseless death as well,
Yeah.
mostly.
He's dead. Morgus is dead. Jack is dead. Gunrunner stopped. He's dead. The android's about to die. Here we go. You know the story in this? He actually dropped her. He actually dropped her in real life when he was carrying her.
Yeah, this as they get to the Tardis, he drops her.
Yeah, she's supposed to be carrying her, but she says he actually dropped her. I probably would, because I think it'd be difficult to carry something. Yeah.
Oh, isn't that Gasling said death caused by greed or an accident? Yes, 100. That is what this episode is. Gary Hewitt says, "Do you think the six of the personalities are the result of the traumatic regeneration?" Yes, I do.
Yeah.
The need to be more assertive and yeah, I think you're right.
I love this. I do love this regeneration, though.
Yeah,
I love
because-
I always have a scene where the TARDIS takes off the last second before the whole place goes up. Look at that.
You know, this was the best regeneration sequence. The Tom Baker to Davison was the most emotional, but this is the most serious,
Right.
and it works wonderfully.
It's a fact for you. Sorry, in real life that was sort of milk, but they hadn't kept it, shall we say, in the fridge. So Nicola Bryant got very sick after that. She had food poisoning.
I tell you, the lack of health and safety in the BBC is staggering.
Yeah.
It hadn't. It was kept in the fridge, taken out, put back, and she got quite sick from it. She goes, look, he's been upstaged by the pair of.
Yeah.
No, you see our boobs.
I was going to say, I'd hold on if I was you, Doctor. You're doing pretty good.
I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah. Greatest regeneration seen ever.
How could he not look up there? That's what I want. I might regenerate. I don't know. Feels different this time.
I love that he doesn't know if he's going to regenerate.
Yeah.
It makes even though we do, it makes the drama so much more compelling.
Yeah.
I love this as well.
The whole sequence is taken. I love this. My favourite bit is yet to come in a moment,
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
which is
Master.
yeah. And there's Adric. No. I love the Master. This one. And that
I
laughter.
remember hearing John Foster do the Anthony Master.
I love that laughter.
It's the idea of the Master stands for he still has to fight evil, so what wills him to another regeneration.
Now look at this bit when he regenerates, when Colin Baker sits up. I like this bit because
I love it.
you know, look at that. It's like an outline of Davison still. It's like the shadow of his former self. He changed. Pretty well done that.
Change, my dear, and not a moment too soon. I love they went into his face at the end. That's clever.
Yeah.
I forgot they did that. And he went into his ending title sequence.
Yeah. Most impressive.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, that's a great episode. I think that's I would say a solid 10.
That is without a doubt a 10.
Excellent.
It would be a crime to give it any less. Oh, I didn't notice the eyeliner on Colin Baker. Okay, I think I'm going to make a move. See, there's general chaos going on in my house.
I'll tell you what, we'll just take the ratings off everybody real quick, decide on the Colin Baker story, and then we'll leave it at that.
Cool.
Right, so we'll go around the panel. We'll start with you, Rabbi. Performance of Peter Davison, and obviously the episode as a whole out of 10.
All round. Every asset, other than the Magma Beast, which I'm gonna give a pass to. 10s all round.
Okay, that's fair enough. In
The same. Exactly the same as I can't fault that. I mean, when it first came out, I wasn't that mad about it. But in 1984, no, excellent all round, superb acting, superb story, superb everything. Apart from the Magna Beast, but I won't knock it because again, budget of a shoestring, they did wonders stretching that. Brilliant. But just say, I want to add this. What's the last few years of Who, including some of Capaldi's, I will say, shame.
brilliant.
Oh, yeah, my turn. I don't know, man. It might be a 2, might be a 3. No, it's a 10. It's a 10.
Yeah.
There's no way that this could not be a.
Actually.
If you don't rate this a 10, you're not a true Doctor Who fan. Not to gatekeep, but you suck if you don't rate this a 10.
Yeah, it is.
In that case, I'll rate it 2.5.
Right. Have you decided what Colin Baker episode we're watching, folks?
I think they said the one I didn't, but you guys want. I don't know. What's the result? Revelation, is it, or two doctors?
Right, it's either Revelation or the two doctors is what I seen, and I seen another one. You need to make a choice now. So come on.
Mind warp. Oh, that's an interesting one.
I don't
Two
have
doctors, two doctors.
it. Right, so we got two for the two doctors. Right, I'm taking them as votes now. Attack
Attack of the Cybermen, Vengeance on Varos.
on.
Revelation of the Daleks is another one.
Twin
Two
dilemma.
Right, listen, two
Oh,
doctors again, two doctors. It seems to be the two doctors. I thought everybody hated that.
Nobody hates that but you, Noel.
Told you to. You should have gone for Vengeance on Varos.
I like Time actually.
Revelation of the Daleks.
Attack of the Cybermen, that's a good one.
I mean, Time Lash is awful, but it has Paul Darrow.
I like Time Lash. I like time. It's like Time Flight. I like Time Flight. You got to do. Hopefully, you'll do that one soon. Time
Attack
Flight.
of the Cybermen. Yous are all. Yous need to. Yous are all picking. Yous need to pick one and agree. Yous can't all pick different episodes.
Yeah.
Right now, the two doctors. I'm being honest. The two doctors. It is. That's it. Because we got about 5 votes for it before, and we're going to get more votes for it. You can't make up your own mind, so I'm making it for you. It's the two doctors.
Two doctors.
So-
Bit of Seville. Got Patrick Trout and Colin Baker.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, last year they also brought out Sontaran. What's his name? The leader from that story, which they never released before. What's his name? Stike.
Yeah.
Well, there is a couple for Time Lash, but there's not enough because everybody was voting different.
Well, I hope you do. I'd like to vote for one in the future. Time Flight. I'd like that. No, it's
No,
not.
I did the last time and nobody would vote. I'm wasting me time. So that's why I do ask in the chat, because we can make a decision right now, because you same guys will be back next week to watch.
Now it seems that Time Lash is in the lead.
I like that. I gotta say, I do like it.
Oh, really? We got to do Time Lash?
Well, listen, if it's Time Lash, it's Time Lash. Shit, man. And you still need to go and give it out. You can have your
Time Lash, yeah.
Okay, no, they're taking the piss. Okay, no, may I make a suggestion? I think you should just choose the story you wanted to do, and we'll do that story.
No, because I didn't want to.
Wait, what story did he want to do?
I don't know. I didn't want. I wanted them guys to choose the story, but they can't choose.
Well, no, it's okay. We got a lot of votes for Time Lash. Noel, I hate to tell you, but I believe Time Lash is in the
make
lead.
it a democracy.
No,
Don't make it a democracy.
Time Lash is in the lead.
You have that one.
You
That one.
yeah. Yeah, Time Lash is in the lead.
Okay, the only reason
We'll give it to Time Lash. Everybody wants Time Lash. They're saying, I want Time Lash, right? It's Time Lash.
Okay, so
Hashtag.
Good monster there.
Hashtag Noel's pissed off.
okay.
Time Lash is then.
Oh,
Hey, we know on the two doctors when
Rabbi,
they re-released this. Do you know that?
Problem being come up with last week's hashtag. This is your turn.
for Time Lash.
This is Androzani again.
That's the one that won. We have to go with what the audience wants.
Yeah,
The audience wants Time Lash because they're a bunch of fucking
How
idiots.
about another Loch Ness Monster?
Do you know this was re-released, Rabbi and Bolstrek? Re-released that one.
Actually, it was because of that the clip involving that Jimmy Savile. Disgusting human being.
So I have because I've got that. I have the one with him on it. Oh yeah.
It's it wasn't re-released in Region 1 until they started print on demand. It was pulled completely after the after Seville was found out.
Yeah. Problem being said, you picked Bat's Milk last week, didn't you? Hashtag Bat's Milk. That was your one.
Yeah,
man, come up with a hashtag so Rabbi could do the video. Come on, because I don't want any delays on this one. I want this trailer to be out snappy. this week. Right?
Snappy.
Yeah, all right. How about that?
It didn't go out until Wednesday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're
I mean,
supposed
in all fairness,
to
that
about
was
this shit. So, if you don't make up your mind on a hashtag, I'm going to do it myself. Like, you know.
Time lash.
What?
lash yourself. How about hashtag lash yourself?
No,
No, we can't
that'll
do-
get you banned.
It'll get,
Lash yourself off. Save your breath. Well, I don't understand what save your breath has to do with time lash.
Colin came up with temporal whip.
I'm just
Okay,
going to be all worked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that,
before
I
we
like
say
that one.
hashtag save your breath, I think we should do that.
what?
Deep
We're
breath.
forced to say hashtag save your breath.
Yeah, but what's that in relation to?
I don't know. I don't know the connection.
Well, then we're not doing it if it's not in relation.
Let's,
to the episode. I'm sorry.
Let's pull up the time lash here on IMDb.
He's not using the hashtag. Hashtag
Revelation.
save your breath for time lash. He says it.
Save for your time for the time lash. He says, save your breath for the time lash. Yes, of course, that's right. Says it
Oh,
in the
right,
story.
right. He does
Time
Right.
lash is the winner then.
Right, that's
Time lash is the
that's
winner.
the one. And hashtag save your breath. So you've got the hashtag, Rabbi.
Okay, so I will endeavour to put that. I was actually going to do the David Tennant one tomorrow. I have to find if there's already let me see if there's a DVD trailer of it already. I'm having a quick look.
Actually, hold on. Because we want to get the David Tennant one up because obviously by the end of tomorrow's one, we want to lash up the trailer tomorrow. And you want to finish that off tonight, don't you?
No, I'm doing it tomorrow.
Right. Well, no, finish the trailer tomorrow. We look, we've got the hashtag anyway. Just start. Is anybody even using the hashtag on Twitter? I haven't even been seeing if anybody's using it. Are we wasting their time with the hashtags?
No.
Well, we're not massive Twitter people. Oh, one second. I just spelled it wrong. Let's try that again.
Yeah, I suppose that is true. Maybe we should, maybe if I send Emily Cook a gold bar or something, she might promote us.
I don't think so.
Give her a gold medal, for doing absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a good chance I'll be able to get a trailer for Time Lash out tomorrow as well.
Right. Well, if he does, the hashtag is what you all said: save your breath or whatever. So that's it. Right, Ballstreck, what have you got coming up on your channel this week, mate? Have you got anything or
Possibly nothing. It may be it may be gone for 3 weeks.
Oh my god, I'm watching the trailer of Time Lash.
I am insanely busy at the moment, so if I can, maybe tomorrow, but maybe another week.
all right. Well, if not, you will see him on this channel every Saturday anyway. So you will still get a little bit of Ballstreck in your lives every once a week. So that's it.
In their life.
Ian does some videos as well. Ian has a channel as well. He's been doing videos as well. Ian, do you want to tell folks what you've been doing?
I did what have I done? One. The day before yesterday, I did a video because it's 10 years since the first classic TARDIS releases. Character options did them. First Doctors, the Fourth Doctors, and the Seventh Doctors. I did a video on them because last weekend on eBay, Fourth Doctor's electronic TARDIS, one of them sold for auction, not right now, £220.
Wow, really? It's crazy.
Yeah, because the electronic, but nowadays, that the one I showed you before, all the new ones are non-electronic. That's why they're cheaper.
Yeah.
When they come out, they were $34.99. They haven't done them electronic now for years, apart from New Who ones and then Jodie's. But yeah, it went for £220, including the figure of Tom.
That's crazy.
Even though that TARDIS is not accurate, TARDISes sell very well. I did a video on that, the brief history of the three of them, and the inaccuracies of the first Doctor's one. And it's not quite right. So that was my latest one. I tell you in advance, there is no merchandise as such for Time Lash apart from the Sixth Doctor figure itself and the DVD and the book. Hardback. I've got the hardback book of it, I think, as well. Of Time Lash. I haven't seen it in
yeah.
years.
What's that? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm gonna have to go. I'm
Yeah,
being summoned.
Rabbi, just let everybody
Have
know
a
what
good
you're
night,
doing
everybody.
on the channel. We're going to end the
tomorrow.
stream anyway.
Always
See
a
you
pleasure.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if Rabbi actually told us. Did Rabbi tell us what he was going to be doing? I don't know. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah. Right, so I suppose that's it. Listen, Ballstrick, thanks for joining me in. Pleasure as always.
Take
Nice
care,
to
my
see you.
friends.
You are guest. Gary, sorry that there was technical difficulties. Hopefully you can get it fixed by next week. It was just a shame because Gary does have some great stats. Right, folks, thanks everybody in the chat. We'll talk to you tomorrow, obviously, for the watch along of Parting of Ways. And yeah, I'll be back Monday and stuff. Right, I'll talk to you really,
Ready for
really
time
soon.
lash. Save your breath for time lash.
That's it. So hashtag save your breath. Yeah, is the hashtag. Don't forget that as well. All right, folks. Good night. I'll leave you
Good
with
night,
it.
all.
Take
night.
care.
Everybody. Bye.